Okay, EU4 time. For this one, I decided to go for an achievement, and as you saw with the title of this video, it is for the White Elephant achievement, which requires you to play as Ayutaya and control and core Burma and Indochina. In the game we go! So for rivals, I just took the 3 that were available, and yeah, that's it. This was my second time doing it, and because the first time I tried it, I realized I wasn't recording and decided, I'll try recording it, so I restarted it. I wasn't really close to it anyway, so I just decided to restart it. Also, a weird disclaimer, this is not necessarily an achievement guide. You can use it to guide you, but it's not necessarily... I don't go in with a plan to make sure I get it as fast as possible, I just play trying to get it, and that's it. Also, at one point during the recording, I decided to just not really expand south, because it would just waste some time to get the achievement. Done with the intro, let's start with the start of any EU4 campaign, which means estates, advisors, and diplomacy, which I was able to ally Dai Viet, since they were far away enough that I didn't need to expand in them early on, but also close enough that they could help me in some wars that were more tricky depending on the alliance networks. As Ayutaya, you have a mission that gives you a subjugation CB against Khmer, so to finish the mission I started drilling my armies. I keep forgetting to do it every time. I summoned a diet and seized some estates. Speaking of diets, I chose the nobility one since it required me to expand in Lanzhang, which is the one I wanted to expand on pretty much anyways. And they have no allies anyway, so I already prepared to go to war with them. And I got very lucky, inherited my vassal, which made me finish a mission, which gave me a subjugation CB on Lan Na, which is the dark blue one north. And after a bit of time, I declared war on Lanzhang. Also, if it's not obvious, I am not from Siam, so I might butcher every single name of every single country in there. The war just went without any hiccups. I just sieged them down, that's it. That was pretty easy. And without even fully occupying them, I decided to piece them out. And my goal was to take not too much overextension and aggressive expansion because I wanted to subjugate Lan Na. So I decided to take those 4 provinces and pretty much just blocking them from expanding into Khmer or Khmer expanding into them. And after chilling a bit because I had no manpower, I decided to go at war with Lan Na. Also, yes, I am allied with Ava. For the same reason I'm allied with the Dai Viet, because I don't plan to attack them early on, so I use them to attack my neighbors, get stronger, and then attack them. But yeah, this war was relatively easy, same as the other one. Not a lot of hiccups, just pretty straightforward. I also got the mill tech, which was perfect timing because I didn't check their mill tech first, and they did have tech 4, which could have been bad. And after losing all my manpower, I sued for peace, separate pieced all of them out before taking out Lan Na and just subjugating them. No coalition in sight, so it's good. They apparently were not happy of being subjugated, so I started improving relations with them. And at the same time I started building some temples and marketplaces. And subjugating Lan Na gave me a mission, which gave me a subjugation CB on Pegu. And so I decided to just, you know what, I'll just go subjugating everyone and diplo-integrating them. I didn't want to waste a CB by accident, so I just didn't take the mission yet, and will take it later. I also just then realized that I didn't take strong duchies and nobility integration policy, and so I took them and started integrating my southern vassal. I also started getting some galleys because I wasn't sure if I wanted to go south yet, so just to get the CB against Malacca. Government reform time, and I go for the usual strength and noble privileges. Took some time, but Lanna is finally fully loyal. I also get the mission to vassalize Khmer, which also I am holding because I have quite the high AE and I want to just chill for a bit. And after 1 month of waiting, I take the mission to vassalize Pegu and not Khmer because they're allied together, so I just do Pegu first and declare war on them. And again, Ayutaya is just way stronger than everyone in this region, so other than Navy, I'm all good. Time 100 speed! And I just decide to piece them out for some more reps and money. During the war I got Tech 5 admin, so that means idea group, which I decided to go influence. The reason is just, again, vassal. Speaking of, I vassalize Pegu. And steal all the money, of course. They don't like me, so I decide to just pay off their debt that I just stole and placate their rulers so that they're loyal. I start growing in influence ideas because I'm okay in Diplotech. I'm also chilling for quite a bit because, as you can see, the people are not happy. This is why I'm also improving relations with all the people that are orange, because if they have a positive opinion of you, they will not join the coalition. And because I'm making buckets of ducats, I finally get 3 advisors. While I was chilling, the truce ended up with Lanzhang, and Dai Viet decided to go in. So before joining it, I decided to say, hey, I want those provinces, don't take them. And yeah, I accepted the call to arms. And considering I killed them alone last time, this time is even easier, and the war is extremely quick. During the war, I also get a promoted culture +1 from my missions. I also decide that I will ally Jaunpur, and it's probably time to Ava to go, so as soon as the war is over, I will destroy my alliance. Also, at this point, my AE did lower down, but it's still not great. Again, because it was my second time, I already knew what I needed, and this is the first time I opened the region map mode, so if you want to see, poof, this is what I need for the achievement. While I was still at war with them, I decided, you know what, Dai Viet will probably give me nothing, so I'll just go to war with Prom, and get some stuff there, and also destroy my alliance with Ava. So that's what I did. I declared war on Prom. Less than a month later, I click play, and poof, we peace out. Woohoo! I am stupid, so I don't realize what happened yet, as you can see, but I looked right and realize, oh, I'm bigger than I used to. What is this? And why do I get 0 AE from all of this? I guess it's the AI, so it makes sense that their peace deal don't generate AE, but still, I don't like it. But thank you, I guess, Dai Viet. Because a lot of this, I decided to just not take anything from them, because it's already a lot of AE, and I don't want the Ming to enter my coalition, so yeah, I decided to just not take anything. Other than cash, of course. But after claiming those 2 little miners that Dai Viet decided to pop from Lanzhang, I just declared war on them because they have no allies. The second one did ally Ava, which is annoying, but it's fine. Mine. I also decided that why not make Ava the least strong nation in this region? So I decided, you know what? All of your vassals, well, tribal states, are now free. So that's what I did. And also mine. And I also get Texas military. At this point I decided AE is just a number, so I decided to get the CB on Khmer, and a few months later, declare war on Khmer. And again, those wars are extremely easy. Thinking about it, I was relatively lucky in the sense that no one was allied to Bengal, first of all, and no major power of the region was allied to another major power of the region. For example, in my first try, Lanzhang, the big red one, was allied to Khmer, which was annoying. But still, the war was very easy, just carpet sieging Khmer and then walking all the way to Parayung, whatever that's pronounced, and sieging their down, and then piecing them out, and then piecing out Khmer. And yes, I just subjugated them, and that's it. So, another vassal to the list. They were really not happy, so after paying their debt, and placating them a few times, burning all my prestige, they were still disloyal. Yippee. I also started to dev for the Renaissance. And while I was continuing to dev the province for the Renaissance, I got the mission that tells me that Khmer is finally loyal. At this point, I also make every province a province of interest, so that way that if any time Daiviet decide to cause me in a war, I will have the provinces that I need for the achievement. And with a final click, I finally get the Renaissance from deving it. Also, I get a subjugation CB on Mongfuang, which is allied to Dai Viet, which is a tool that will help us later. But after a long time of chilling, I'm about to declare war on Prom, and bang! Massive revolt in my country. Yippee! But still, after dealing with them, and then building up my army a little more, I eventually declare war on Mongfuang. I will not butcher it more than that. That's it. I will not try it again. So yeah, I will declare war on them, and they are guaranteed by Daiviet. I tried to break the guarantee, but it didn't work. I reduced their opinion. They still didn't budge. So goodbye, Daiviet. You were a faithful ally, but goodbye. You will not be missed. The war is pretty easy. I just have to peace out Daiviet, and then the rest is super easy, as you can see in the diplomat mode. So yeah, I eventually just siege down the fourth at the south, and walk up, and eventually peace them out. They were still a very good ally, so even though I did peace them out, I kind of wanted them back, and they would accept, so yeah, they were good. I missed them. But for the war, and we win. Another vassal to add to the collection. But still, we're back to the they hate me, and then they eventually love me, so yeah. Also, forgot to mention, I was annexing Pegu for a while now, and I cannot be bothered to get back to where I clicked it, so yeah, I'm annexing Pegu, and yeah, they're gone now. Good news though, with them being annexed, I also got the mission to subjugate Malacca, which I clicked the button because I wasn't really keen into going into Malacca. I didn't need it for the achievement, and if it's not for the achievement, it's for nothing, so I don't do it. Rebels go brrr. I could have played that so much better. I could have at least had my army close to where they were, and now I'll have to just silly goose chase everywhere, so yeah. I was now at the point where I was hitting my admin point cap, and decided I will not wait for Renaissance. There's only 2 provinces that have it right now, and it's not spreading that fast, so I decided to just grab the admin tech and get a military idea this time, because I also have a lot of admin power, which again I don't really want to use for technology because I still don't have Renaissance, but it shouldn't be that long before I get Renaissance. So I go offensive because I generally like taking offensive because it's kind of like a mix between quantity and quality in my opinion. But after claiming Prom, that one, I decide to declare war on them. And it's literally them and a random guy in the north, so it's very easy and they just die. Ava was in a war with them, so my goal was to only take this province anyways. But still, after a bit, I was waiting out for Mong Mao to finish their war with his Sui, and it's done. Nice. And so I declare war on Mon Mao. At this point, it is really just a walk in the park. There's nothing really that can stop me in Burma. Bengal might be a big threat, and that's it, realistically. Speaking of, they are expanding in Burma, which means I will have to go against them myself. Well, I always had to, because they own a province since 1444, if you remember the image. And I did co-belligerize Hsui. This is Hsui, the other one is whichever it was. Anyways, I almost fully annexed because Bengal is being annoying. And they white peace them, of course, they don't even take provinces. And I take the good chunk of Mong Mao, which I don't need the last two provinces, so I decide to just keep them as a small buffer state, which I realize is kind of pointless because the Ming already borders me. But still, it's fine. The A is fine. It's not like the Ming are having a pretty good game against anyone else. I'm fine. I declare war on Ava 7 years later because it was only a white truce. So I just destroy them very easily, and at the same time I declare war on Prome while the war was still going on. And I just fully annex Hoi, Ava, and Prome. Also, you definitely saw by the lack of blue units in Dai Viet, I'm no longer allied with them. I thought about reallying them, but realized, yeah, I'm almost done anyways, so I will have to de-ally them anyways, so I didn't. But yeah, there's only Bengal and Dai Viet left. Ignore Bengal, but I'm currently annexing Lan Na. Woohoo! Da, 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 da. What the fuck is going in Bengal? What? I then proceed to completely ignore this previous statement for a very, very, very long time. Until I see the peace deal that the Ming has concocted. Which I am very grateful of. Thank you, Ming Overlord. I love you. And so I decide to just go in Ava, because why not? It is literally free, so I can just annex them all. The only region I co-belligerize Mong Mao is only because that would bring in the ally, so I don't plan on annexing them again. I don't need them. But still, get out, gimme, and gimme. And I go straight against Manipur, and then KL. I was waiting for those rebels for so long. I only left there because I got distracted by Ming doing unspeakable stuff to Bengal. But I still, of course, take KL, and then Manipur. And of course I don't need the two of them, so I only take the eastern one, because I'm really worried about my AE guys, so yeah. But yes, the Ming has now destroyed their tributary state of me, because I became a great power. Which is not a great thing, because my goal was to stay a tributary until I get the achievement. Which is now not happening, so I allied them, and hopefully they don't get ideas. Because I am not ready to destroy the Ming. They are strong, and I'm not strong enough to do this. I would have to fort up so much. So this is why we're gonna end it here. But this is only gonna be a two-part video, because I already have 2 hours of footage used for this one, and another 2 hours left for the next one. But I can promise the next one will be slightly slow, will be less long, because of course there's only 2 wars left, realistically. Dai Viet, Bengal, that's it, right? So yeah, I hope you liked it, and see you on the next one.